There is one kind of OSR person that I really don't like. I call them fake old school. They really don't understand the old school D&D editions that came out from TSR. They'll tell you that 2nd edition sucks because they heard that I like it and they don't like me. But they'll tell you that AD&D 1, the original D&D, they're great games. But here is the real truth. All editions, even the TSR editions of D&D are broken. They're no good by the book. Yet, because some of these OSR people really don't like me, Condor DM, and I say that I like AD&D 2nd edition, they'll attack it. They'll actually try to separate it from the old school. They'll actually try to treat it like it's some new WotC edition. They'll say it's wrong. It's really not what we were doing. Well, they are full of shit. Do you want to know what makes TSR editions of Dungeons and Dragons better than WotC editions? And this includes 2nd edition. It is old school. Don't listen to the naysayers. Here is what makes them better. The older edition doesn't try to control the people running and playing the game. They give you the freedom to do whatever you want. They try to push you in that direction. Now, when you get to the WotC editions, it doesn't mean they don't give you freedom. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm saying they don't try to push it too hard. They actually want to control you. And if you read the material, it's an attempt to control the people running and playing the game. Same thing with 4th edition, no matter how different 4th edition was, and then the same gimmick happens with 5th edition. Trying to control how people experience the game. The difference with the old school is, it's not about the game being great. It just means talented people can play out their talent, to its max with the older editions. Where in the new editions, no matter what your talent is, no matter where you can reach, unless players are going to go along with you, which most don't, you're stuck to doing things by the book. And the majority of WotC players expect you to do it by the book. A talented, intelligent, charismatic game master, dungeon master can take 2nd edition, 1st edition, original D&D, and they can make magic with it because of the freedom that they have. They can't really do that so successfully with WotC editions of Dungeons and Dragons. And that's really the conflict a lot of old school people have with the new WotC editions. But recently, because me, Condor DM, came out and really drilled on about AD&D 2nd edition, there's a lot of OSR people that don't like me. And for whatever reason, in their petty minds, they try to go after 2nd edition as if it's to belittle me. But in reality, what they're doing is really showing that they don't know what the fuck they are talking about. You can't say you're old school if you look at 2nd edition AD&D and go, oh, that's a rotten game, and all the other older editions, they're just right. Every older edition, again, even the newer editions, are all broken games. Missing pieces, a lot of missing factors within the systems. Why do you think old school DMs had to make a lot of rulings, right? Without looking at the book, because in a lot of cases, doesn't matter if it's original AD&D or 2nd edition, but what you really need is not there. The tools are. The tools, ability scores, stuff like this, you can use checks and all that to solve issues. But there was no direct answer for the problem. You used the system, you had to be creative, it really came down to you. With the newer editions, they tried to give you an answer for everything. And that's why you'll notice 5e is a very thick book. It's not because it's more advanced in the older editions, it's just trying to handhold you and tell you what to do as if you're a drooling fool who could not figure it out for yourself. And the people in the OSR, at least some of them, that are making this argument against 2nd edition, they have pretty large YouTube channels for OSR content creators. People that have thousands of people sub to them are sitting there saying 2nd edition sucks and all these other older edition games are just right on. I'm like, no, you fool. All the games are broken. 2nd edition offers you the same freedom that 1st edition and original D&D did. Nothing different. It's not like WotC at all, right? And nobody ran 2nd edition by the book. And if you're real old school, you know that. You wouldn't even bother criticizing 2nd edition by the book if you're real old school. But if you're some fake old school, piece of shit in the OSR, you might come out and criticize 2nd edition in this fucking careless, stupid way. You sound like a WotC staffer. not an old school gamer. To the OSR people, to the fake old school people that are criticizing 2nd edition, that are attacking it, how about you take your inexperienced, ill-informed opinions and shove them straight up your ass? Anyway, for now, take care. You know what you can do? You can hit the like button. You can share the video. Oh, and there's another button you can press. That one that lets you subscribe to my channel for more content. Oh yeah, there's that bell thing. You can press that so you know when I've uploaded a new video right away.